morning, Copper Basin. Today is Tuesday, May 6, 2014. I'm Tristan Stillwell.
And I'm Brandy Myers, and this is Cbtv News in 9.
On today's show, we'll be talking about primary election day, the softball game, and teenagers in China.
Let's get the show started.
No, we just want to be right now, right now. And what we see is everybody's on the floor acting crazy, getting local till the lights out.
Polk County's primary election will be held today, May 6th. Voters will cast party votes to select candidates to face off in the August general election. Precincts will open at 9 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. Turnout for early voting has been relatively low, with just over 1,400 people taking advantage of it. All of the county commissioner seats are up for election. For example, the 3rd District winners in the Republican primary will face off in August against Democrats Darren Waters and Daniel Dill. There are also 5 candidates in the race for sheriff. There are Keith Barker, Rocky King, Jamie Nicholson, Joe Price, and Steve Ross. So everyone, don't forget to vote today. Now let's go to Tristan for the weather.
Today will be sunny with highs in the 80s. Tonight will be clear with lows in the upper 40s. Tomorrow will be even warmer and nicer than today. It will be sunny with highs in the upper 80s. And tomorrow night will be clear with lows in the upper 40s. We might get some rain this weekend, so be sure to do all of your outdoor activities in the next few days. That's all for weather.
Thanks for the weather, Tristan. Now let's go to a PSA about safe driving.
I know my friend could die if I get in a crash. Or I could die. Or somebody I don't even know could die. And I know I don't want any of those things to happen.
Did you know motor vehicle crashes are the leading cause of death for teens in the U.S.?
I know I need to drive safely and always pay attention. So I keep my license and get home safely every time. And if I forget anything about driving, I know I can ask my parents. And they'll be cool and remind me. Wow, I really do know everything.
Everyone, please be safe on the roads. And now let's go to Tristan for the sports.
The girls' softball team had a game against CSAS on Friday. They didn't win the game, so softball season is over. Middle school baseball also played on Friday. They played great and won their game with a score of 7-3. Their next game is today against Gilmer at 6. And here's a random sports fact for the day. James Naismith, a teacher at a YMCA in Springfield, Massachusetts, is credited with inventing basketball in 1891. And that's all for sports.
Teenagers in China are taking leafed cabbages on walks as a mean to cope with loneliness and depression. One boy said that he feels as if he can transfer his negative thoughts to the cabbage while the two go on walks. Another boy even says that he has more interest in his cabbage than his friends. The psychiatrist that the boys talk to believes the cabbage therapy can be helpful, but that talking to a real person is much healthier. Fresh cabbages can last 1 to 2 weeks in the refrigerator, but it's unclear how long they can last if you take it out and drag it around on the sidewalk. Speaking of cabbage, let's go to Tristan for the lunch.
You need to eat your food, not take it for walks. Now for lunch, in line 1 we'll be having pork roast, creamed potatoes, milk, and juice. And in line 2 we'll be having barbecue rib patty, fresh veggies, milk, and juice. And for breakfast in line 1 we'll be having pancake on a stick, milk, and juice. And in line 2, sausage biscuit, milk, and juice. That's all for lunch.
Who'll be the last one standing? When it all goes up in flames, who'll be the last one standing?
Your books are on sale for $55. They will be here this week.
There will be a color guard meeting today at 11:30 for any girl interested in color guard.
The Algebra 2 EOC is today at 8:15.
Cheerleading tryouts start this week.
Awards Day is this Friday at 2 p.m.
Scholarship Awards Day is next Monday at 9:30.
The Spring Band Concert is next Tuesday at 7 p.m.
The I'm Thankful for My Teacher Scholarship is available in the guidance office.
Happy birthday to Matthew Kimsey, Millie Foster, and Caitlin Taylor.
And now it's time for the word of the day. Today's word of the day is innovate.
Innovate means to start something new.
The engineers sought to innovate new methods for producing products.
And now a word from our sponsors.
The call to serve. It has no sound, yet I have heard it in the whispered retelling of honorable sacrifices made by those who have served before me. The call to serve has no form, yet I have clearly seen it in the eyes of men and women infinitely more courageous and more driven than most. The call to serve has no weight, yet I have held it in my hands. I will commit to carry it close to my heart until my country is safe and the anguish of those less fortunate has been soothed. The call to serve is at once invisible and always present. And for those who choose to answer the call, for their country, for their fellow man, for themselves, it is the most powerful force on earth. America's Navy, a global force for good.
We just wanted to see how good the vision is.
And did you see any of that? Because I didn't. I'm blind.
I don't know what you're talking about. I thought it was full size to me.
It's because Brandy's smart. But
Okay.
would you walk your cabbage down the street
I
on
would
a
not walk
leash?
my cabbage. At least the psychiatrist knows it's weird.
Well, any rational person would think it's weird. You can see just somebody walking their cabbage down the street. What are you doing? This
It
is
had
my
pictures,
cabbage.
too. They were just like, it was on a dog leash basically, and it was around the cabbage with the collar. And they just pulled it along. Apparently that makes them feel better, but hey, to each their own.
China.
That's all the time we have for today's show.
We'll see you tomorrow on Cbtv News at 9.